4th Standard Bridge Course 2. Children, in this session we are going to see about the topics measurements and patterns. Children, now let us see the topic measurements. Under this topic we are going to see about standard units, non-standard units, measurement of length, measurement of weight and measurement of capacity. Let us see one by one. First, let us see the introduction of measurements. How old are you? How much do you weigh? How tall are you? How much water can be filled in your water bottle? How hot is it today? To answer the above questions, what we need is to measure. To find how old are you, you need to measure time. To know how much you weigh, you must weigh yourself. To know how tall you are, you need to measure your height. To know how much water you can fill in your water bottle, you need to measure the volume of your bottle. To find out how hot it is today, you need to measure the temperature. So, what exactly is measurement? Measurement is a process of finding a number that shows the amount of something. Students, now let us see few reasons why measurement is important in our day-to-day life. Taking proper medicine. We need to take our medicine in the proper amount. Cooking properly. Cooking of all forms is based on proper attention to measurement. Purchasing clothes. Clothing is all based on size and proper fitting, which are, of course, variants of measurement. Keeping yourself warm or cool. If the temperature outside dips or increases, you have to make an adjustment to remain at a safe and healthy temperature. Measurements are very important in all aspects of day-to-day life. Say for example, if you need to fence a cultivational field or a house, you need measurements like perimeter of length, breadth of the fence. Students, now we are going to learn about the transformation of measuring tools of length, weight, time and temperature from the ancient day to the present day. During the ancient times, the carpenter never misplaced his ruler because it was attached to his body. In ancient days, the measurement of length was done using digit, the thickness or width of the index finger. Palm, the distance across the base of the four fingers that form the palm. Span, the distance from the tip of the little finger to the tip of the thumb of an outstretched hand. Cubit, the distance from the tip of the middle finger of the outstretched hand to the front of the elbow. Foot, the length of a foot. Pace, the distance of one step. However, nowadays we have specialized and accurate measuring tools like scale, compass, measuring tape, ruler, square, laser measure and vernier calipers. Now let us see what are standard units and non-standard units in detail. What is standard unit? Standard units are the common units used to measure something specific. We all need to speak the same language to understand each other. So we use hours, minutes and seconds to measure time. Ounces and pounds to measure weight. Degrees to measure temperature. And inches and feet to measure length or height. Standard units are commonly used units of measurement which help us measure length, height, weight, temperature, mass and more. These units are standardized, which means that everyone gets the same understanding of the size, weight and other properties of objects and things. What about non-standard units? Non-standard units are random items that people choose to measure with. For example, I can use a paper clip to measure my notebook or yarn to measure my brother's height. I can use my hands to know if something is heavier or lighter, and I can use my fingers to measure my friend's arm. You can get the idea. The metric system, units of standard measurement. The metric system is the most common system of units which is widely used. In maths lessons, pupils will learn how to use metric units to measure capacity, length, time, temperature and mass. Here are some of the standard measurements units part of the metric system. For length, we are using millimeters. It can be written as mm. Centimeters, cm. Meters, m. Kilometers, km. So, here the smallest unit is millimeter and the largest unit is kilometers and the standard unit is meter. For weight or mass, so we are using the metric units. Grams, it can be written in short form as gr. Kilograms, kg. Tons, t. For capacity or volume, we are using the standard units milliliters, ml and liters, L. For time, seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years. For temperature, we are using metric unit degrees Celsius. Measurement of length. What is measuring length? Measuring the length of objects is the part of our day-to-day life. We always perform these type of tasks in which we measure the length. Measuring length means to measure the length of any object with the help of measuring tools like scale. For example, the length of a pencil can be measured in inches using a ruler. Here the length of the pencil is 8 centimeter. The height of the students in a class can be measured using a feet scale. Length, the amount of something that is measured from one end to the other along the longest side is called its length. Length is measured in centimeters, meters, kilometers, feet and miles. And children, once again let's see the units for measuring length. We know that the standard unit of length is meter, which is written in short as meter. The bigger unit of measuring length is kilometer. Smaller measurement units are decimeter, centimeter and millimeter. And here the millimeter is the smallest unit of measuring length. We know that the standard unit of length is meter, which is written in short as meter. The different units of length and their equivalents are given here. We know that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter and also it equals 1000 millimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to how many millimeter? 10 millimeters. Conversion of measuring length. So children, we know that standard unit of length is meter. Smaller lengths are measured in centimeters, which is written as cm. Kilometer is the bigger unit of length. So here 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. Children, let us see the conversion of meter into centimeter and centimeter into meter, kilometer into meter and meter into kilometer. So, to convert meter into centimeter, we multiply 100 and centimeters into meters, we divide by 100. To convert kilometer into meters, we need to multiply by 100, and to convert meters into kilometers, that is smaller to bigger unit, we need to divide it by 1000.
Now let us see the problems based on the conversion of meters into centimeter and centimeter into meters.
Then now let us see the conversion of meter into centimeter, centimeter into meter. We know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. To convert meter into centimeters, multiply the given number by 100. To convert centimeter into meter, divide the given number by 100. Children, now conversion of meter into centimeter. Convert 5 meter into centimeter. We know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So what we have to do? Yes, to convert meter into centimeter, multiply the given number by 100. So 5 is a given number. You have to multiply 100 with 5. You get 500. So that is, we converted meter, 5 meter into 500 centimeter. Convert 4 meter into centimeter. So we know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So 4 meter will be, yes, 4 into 100 centimeter. That is 400 centimeter. Conversion of centimeter into meter. So children, we know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So when you convert centimeter into meter, you have to divide 100. Okay, so 700 centimeter is equal to, you need to divide 100. You get 7. So 7 meter. You converted centimeter into meter by dividing the given number by 100. Convert 536 centimeter into meter. So we know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. And now 536 centimeter. So children, listen carefully. 536 centimeter can be written as 500 centimeter plus 36 centimeter. Isn't it? First, you have to write 536 centimeter as 500 centimeter plus 36 centimeter. Now, 500 can be divided by 100 to convert centimeter into meter, and 36 centimeter. 500 by 100 is 5 meter. Here you can cancel 2 zeros. Or 500 divided by 100 is 5 meter and 36 centimeter. Therefore, you can write 5 meter 36 centimeter. Measurements of weight. Weight, the amount of matter a thing consists of, is called its weight. Measuring weight means to measure the heaviness of a thing. Weight can be measured in grams, kilograms and pounds. Children, here the metric units of weight are given. Here you have to know 1 milligram is equal to 1 by 1000 gram, or 1 gram is equal to 1000 milligram, and 1 gram is equal to 1 by 1000 kilogram, and 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 gram. Units of weight: kilogram or kg, gram or gm, kilogram, kg, gram, gm. So here the examples are given: 2 kg, 500 gm, gram. Units of mass and weight conversion chart. 1 milligram is equal to, yes, 1 by 1000 gram. 1 centigram is equal to 1 by 100 gram. 1 decigram is equal to 1 by 10 gram. 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams, and 1 gram is equal to 1000 milligrams. Here you are studying only the last two conversions. That is, the 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams, 1 gram is equal to 1000 milligrams.
Now children, let us work out some problems. How to convert kilograms into grams and converting grams into kilograms.
1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams. To convert kilogram into gram, multiply 1000 with the given number. To convert grams into kilograms, divide the given number by 1000. 15 kilogram is equal to how many gram? Yes, we know that 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams. So 15 kilograms will be 15 into 1000. You have to multiply 1000 with the given number to convert kilogram into gram. So 15,000 gram is our answer. 15,000. And here 23 kilogram is equal to how many grams? Yes, we know that 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 gram. So to convert kilogram into gram, multiply 1000 with the given number. Therefore 23 into 1000 gram. Now 23 into 1000 is 23,000 gram. So our answer is 23,000 gram. Thus we converted kilogram into gram by multiplying 1000 with the given number. Conversion of grams into kilograms. So when you convert gram into kilogram, you have to divide 1000. So 15,000 gram is equal to 15,000 divided by 1000. When you convert gram into kilogram, you have to divide the given number by 1000. So here it becomes 15 kg. So when you cancel 15,000 by 1000, you get 15. Thus gram is converted into kilogram. And 3000 gram is equal to 3000 by 1000. It becomes kilogram. So here it is 3 times. So 3 kg. Thus gram converted into kilogram by dividing the given number by 1000. Children, now let us see measurements of capacity. The amount that something can hold. Usually it means volume, such as milliliters. It can be written in short as ml, or liters, L in metric, or pins or gallons in imperial. Example, this glass has a capacity of 300 ml, but it actually holding only 160 ml. Units for the measurement of capacity. We know that the two main units for the measurement of capacity are liter and milliliter. In short, liter is written as L and milliliter as ml. We know that 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. 500 milliliter is equal to half of a liter. 250 milliliter is equal to quarter, 1/4 of a liter. 200 ml milliliter is equal to 1/5 of a liter. 100 milliliter is equal to 1/10 of a liter. Measurement of capacity. Here liters is the biggest unit. To measure the smallest quantity, we are using the smallest unit called milliliters. Measurement of capacity. So children, to convert liter into milliliter, you have to multiply 1000. You have to multiply 1000. To convert milliliter into liter, that is from smallest to biggest, you have to divide 1000.
Now children, let us see the problems how to convert liters into milliliters and milliliters into liter.
Let us convert liter into milliliter and milliliter into liter. So you have to know 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter. To convert liter into milliliter, multiply the given number by 1000. To convert milliliter into liter, divide the given number by 1000. Convert liter into milliliter. So children, liter into milliliter, you have to multiply the given number by 1000. So 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter. 5 liter is equal to 5000 milliliter. 19 liter is equal to how many milliliters? 19,000 milliliters. Convert milliliter into liter. So you have to divide the given number by 1000. So 6000 milliliters will be 6 liters. 8000 milliliter will be 8 liter. So when you divide 1000, you get 19 liters. 19,000 milliliter is equal to 19 liters.
Patterns.
Children, now let us see an interesting topic, patterns. Patterns in shapes and patterns in numbers. In mathematics, a pattern is a repeated arrangement of numbers, shapes, colors, and so on. The pattern can be related to any type of event or object. If the set of numbers are related to each other in a specific rule, then the rule or manner is called a pattern. Sometimes patterns are also known as a sequence. Shape patterns. What is mean by shape patterns? Shape patterns occur when a group of shapes are repeated over and over again. These patterns follow a certain sequence or order of shapes that is then repeated at least 2 times. The shapes can be simple shapes like circles or squares or other objects such as arrows, flowers, moons and stars. For example, what shape comes next? Big rectangle, small rectangle, big rectangle, small rectangle, big rectangle, small rectangle, big rectangle. What is the next? Yes, it is small rectangle. Let us see the second example. What shape comes next? See the pattern. Square, triangle, circle. Square, triangle, circle. Square, triangle. What will be the next shape? Yes, it is circle. Here the pattern is square, triangle, circle, square, triangle, circle. 3 shapes comes repeatedly. Square, triangle, circle. Next example. What shape comes next? So here the circles are in 3 colors. Red, green, yellow. And here the pattern red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow, red, green, Yes, what will be the color of the next circle? Obviously it is yellow. Here the pattern is red, green, yellow circle, red, green, yellow circles, red, green, yellow circles. Let us see another example. What shape comes next? Here the shapes are given. Rectangle, vertical, rectangle, horizontal, rectangle, vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical, and yes, it is horizontal. So the rectangle is in horizontal. Will be the next coming shape. And here, what shape comes next? Here the three triangles are given, a right angle triangle, and are of different colors, 3 colors, and shapes also different. They have different colors and different shapes. Big, small, smallest. Big, small, smallest. Big, small, smallest. Big, small, smallest. Yes, small triangle and its color is blue. Now let us see about number pattern. Number pattern is a pattern or sequence in a series of numbers. This pattern generally establishes a common relationship between all numbers. For example, here is the example is given 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. What will be the next number? So here the sequence is 5 multiple. Example 1. 11, 17, 23, 29, 35, 41, 47, 53. In this pattern, we see that every term in the sequence has grown or increased by 6, or the difference between any two consecutive, that is the next numbers is 6. So we can get the next term by adding 6 to the previous term. Yes, when you add 6 to 11, you get 17. 17 plus 6, you get 23. Similarly, 47 plus 6, you get 53. So what will be the next number? 53 plus 6 is 59. And here the second example. 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3. So it is decreasing. In this number pattern, we can see that every number in the sequence has reduced by 3. Or 3 has been subtracted from every number compared to its previous one. So we can subtract 3 from the previous term to get the next number. So children, here when you subtract 3 from 18, you get 15. 15 minus 3 is 12. 12 minus 3 is 9. 9 minus 3 is 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. So what will be the next number? 3 minus 3 is 0.
Dear children, now let us work out some patterns.
Children, now let us see the number patterns. 90, 180, 270. What will be the next number? Yes. So here you have to add 90. When you add 90 to the first number, you get 180. Again 180 plus 90 is 270. 270 plus 90 is, yes, 360. Next, you need to add 360 plus 90, which is 450. So, here it is multiple of 90. 90, 180, 270, 360, 440. To the second pattern, A9, B18, C27, D36. So, alphabetic order. You have to write A, B, C, D. The next one is E. And the next one is F. A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. What about the numbers? 9, 18, 27, 36. So the ninth table. Here is the ninth table. So 1 9s are 9, 2 9s are 18, 3 9s are 27, 4 9s are 36 and 5 9s are 45 and 6 9s are 54. So E 45 and F 54. Circle the multiples of 9. So you need to know the table of 9 and then you have to circle the multiples of 9. So here 27 is in the ninth table and 35 is not in the ninth table. So come to the next number 36. Yes, 4 9s are 36. So 36 is the multiple of 9 and 45. 9 5s are 45 and 46 is not in ninth table. So it is not multiple of 9. And come to the number 54. Yes, 9 6 are 54. So 54 is a multiple of 9. And the next number 55 is not in the ninth table. So it is not a multiple of 9. And come to the second one. Complete the following sequence. 125, 150, 175. What will be the next two numbers? So here children, listen carefully. When you add 25 to the number 125, you'll get 150. And when you add 25 to the number 150, you get 175. So you have to add 25 to the number 175. Then you get 200. Again 200 and with 25. You have to add 25 with the number 200. You get 225. So the answer is 200 and 225. 100, 400, 700. What will be the next two numbers? So in the sequence, yes, adding 300 to the number 100, you get 400. 400 plus 300 is 700. Again 700 plus 300 is 700 plus 300 is 1000. So 1000. 1000 plus 300 is 1300. 1000 plus 300. 1000 plus 300 is 1300. So our answer is 1000 and then 1300. 200, 400, 600. Yes, 800 and 1000. So adding 200 with the numbers, you can get the number 800 and 1000. 1, 7, 13, 19. So here when you add 6 to the number 1, you get 7. 7 plus 6 is 13. Again 13 plus 6 is 19. Again for the next number you have to add 6 with the number 19. You get 25. 25 plus 6 is, yes, you get 31. So our answer is 25 and 31. Up arrow, right arrow, down arrow. And then what will be the next one? Yes, it is left arrow and again up arrow. And what will be the next one? Right arrow. And what will be the next one? Yes, down arrow. And here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It is the fifth table. 25, 50, 75. So children, here adding 25. So plus 25. 25 plus 25 is 50. Again when you add 25, you get 75. 75 plus 25 is, yes, 100. 100 plus 25 is 125. So the sequence, in the sequence we are adding 25 to the number and getting the next number. Here in this pattern, circle is there and inside the circle horizontal line, vertical line, horizontal line. So what will be the next one? So draw the circles, and here horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical, then horizontal. Triangle, rectangle, triangle, rectangle. What will be the next one? Yes, triangle, rectangle. 1, 10, 100, 1000. Next one is 10,000, and then 1 lakh. 100, 95, 90, 85. It is reducing. So it is a reducing sequence, and here it is reduced by 5. 100 minus 5 is 95. 95 minus 5 is 90. 90 minus 5 is 85. Then 85 minus 5 is 80. 80 minus 5 will be 75. The last one is sequence is 1, 2, 4, 8. So it is multiplied by 2. Each number in the sequence is multiplied by 2. 1 into 2 is 2. Again 2 into 2 is 4. 4 into 2 is 8. 8 into 2 is 16. 16 into 2 is 32. And then what will be the next number? When you multiply 2 with 32, you get 64.
Do the following activity.